Hey guys, we are going to do another first impressions because I just got this in the mail, and it is the Pastel Goth palette from Kat Von D. I ordered this off her website. I think that's actually the first time I've ever ordered from katvondbeauty.com instead of Sephora for her products, because it came out on there first. What day did it come out? Friday? Saturday? I want to say Friday I ordered it. I'm not quite sure. I know it came out a few days ago and it didn't take too long to get here. But this is the Pastel Goth. I know a lot of people were excited about this. And then once they showed the inside, everybody was like, but it's not pastel. But if you watch John Cookian, I really like his videos, even though he's like a drama channel and I don't really get into that too much. But like he was saying, it's very reminiscent of like chalk pastels, which is like an art medium. So to me that's what it looks like. It looks like chalk pastels. So they're all matte, which I'm like dying to get into this because a lot of the mattes in the Metal Matte palette are hard to blend once you're using them on the eyes, and I'm hoping that these aren't like that. So I'm just gonna tip the camera down and we'll get right into swatches and stuff. I do like that not only are the names all on the back, but they are on the inside too. Because I know for a while she just had, oh no, my battery's blinking, I'm gonna have to go charge it before I do swatches. But for a while she just had the names on the back, that's like fine, but I just like that the names are underneath the colors too. So a lot of these look like colors that were in her rainbow palette. I can never remember the name of it, the Mi Vida Loca Remix palette, but like more muted. And of course these are all mattes, there's no shimmer in here, so that's what they look like. It is a cardboard packaging, has a magnet, it's like a smaller version of her, like the original Shade and Light palette and everything that came out. So I appreciate that it's rectangular and not a weird shape like the Alchemist palette, or she had this one, the Esperanza palette, which like doesn't fit in with the shape of the rectangular shape of how her palettes usually were. So I do like that this is back to being a rectangle. You get 8 shades in here. This was $38, so it's cheaper than what her palettes normally are. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the swatches and stuff as soon as I go charge my battery, so I will be back. Alright, now bear with me here while I get this angle going because I have my camera kind of crooked. I want to be able to swatch on my arm, I think. I don't know, because my left arm is tattooed, so I'm not going to have a whole ton of room. I'll probably just do one color at a time, like right here, so you can see. But I want to do it with just finger swatches and a brush again, because you guys seem to like that in the ColourPop palette video. So if this would stop like focusing in and out here. Hold on one sec. Okay, sorry. Aiden for some reason loves Fuller House and I don't know why. But anyways, this does have a mirror that goes all along the inside of the, what do you call it? The lid, the cover, and it has like a little drippy effect. It doesn't have, no, it doesn't have a sticker or anything like the clear plastic that they usually put on these. So I'm gonna try and cover up the mirror so that it's not, there we go. This is the box that it came in, looks just like the palette. So I think I have the whole palette in the shot here. I just have a piece of white paper underneath because my desk is like a cream color and it's got ink stains all over it and stuff. No one wants to look at that. So the first color is a pale yellow and it's called Star. So I'm going to swatch that with my finger first, and then I'll swatch it with a brush for you. So that one's not very, I don't have a primer or anything. It feels soft. Let's go in with another layer. So, alright, as long as it's buildable. It wasn't incredibly pigmented on that first thing, first swatch. Now I'm doing it with this is just an old like dollar elf brush. So I'm gonna get in there with that and swatch right next to it. Definitely less patchy with a brush. Why am I filthy right there? I don't know. I've got like swatches all over me. So it definitely applies better with a brush. I think I have room for one more, so I'll do 2 colors at a time. The next one is Clementine. That's a pale like coral color, a peachy coral. Probably a color I wouldn't normally go for. This isn't a color you usually see. I know this kind of lip color looks horrible on me. So that is a finger swatch. I might have to build it again. No, that one's not too bad. That's not as chalky at first as the yellow one was. It's not really chalky because it's got that soft feel to it. It just applied a little patchy at first. And then we're gonna do the brush swatch. So again, see if it's buildable. Swipe number 2. Definitely buildable, just like the yellow. So, I mean, with light colors like this, you usually have to pack them on to get pigmentation when you're using them on your eye. So I definitely wasn't expecting it to be like insane, but these are really pretty colors. This is going to be a nice Easter palette, actually. I'm definitely going to use this for my Easter makeup. Okay. Now for the next 2 colors we have Meow, which is kind of like a pinky purple. Matte purples are usually the hardest to do. Especially now that I make my own makeup in my shop and stuff. Ooh, that's really pretty. So that's 1 swipe of that Meow color. I'm hoping that like I've got a shadow going on over here from my tripod. I think I need to get another light to stick behind my camera for when I do this, but now we're gonna do a brush swatch of Meow. And see, this one is a little bit less pigmented with the brush than with my finger. So some of them are easier to apply with the brush than your finger. Some of them show up better with the finger than the brush. So that's Meow. And then a little bit of a darker, more blue purple, more of a violet color is Dope. That one feels a little bit drier. Really pretty color though. Okay, that one swatched good with my finger. Let's see how it does with the brush. Do a couple swipes. So this is another color you're gonna have to build up brush-wise. I'm sure it works a lot better with a primer, but I like to just show you like its true potential without the primer or anything. I mean, everybody uses an eyeshadow primer anyway, or you should, because it helps color payoff on your eyeballs. So those are the 2 purple shades. Now we have this bright blue, which I'm super excited to get into. That one's called Doom. Kind of an odd color for blue, but hold on. Doom and gloom. Alright, so the blue, let's see. Definitely like a bright, it's bright but pale at the same time, if that makes any sense. Okay, so definitely pigmented on 1 finger swatch there. And then we'll do the blue. I mean, then we'll do the brush. We are doing the blue. Okay, not too bad. Probably gonna take 2 swipes to build it up. So that one is really pretty. That's probably gonna be my favorite color out of the palette. I really like blues for some reason. I know not many people are crazy about blue eyeshadow, but I don't know. I have brown eyes. I think it looks good with brown eyes. Alright, then we have Gloom, which is like this pale olive green. I should have probably done little, doesn't want to focus. That one clumped up a little bit, so I have to blend it out. Pretty. It's a pretty green. It's not too light, not too dark, very like mid-tone green. And then with the brush, that one about the same pigmentation with the brush as with the finger swatch, so those are pretty spot on with each other. I don't know what all the noise is going on outside. There's like trucks going by like crazy. Alright, let me clean this off. This just looks like a pastel Easter egg over here, like I'm dyeing Easter eggs. Alright, dry off my arm, and we have two more shades. This dagger one is like a gray. I noticed Kat's been doing a lot of grays in her palettes lately, but it does make sense to have a gray in this instead of a black because it's a pastel palette. So we'll do one swipe with my finger. My arm is still a little bit damp, so I'm going to put one more swipe there. Pretty decent. And then with the brush, I'm going to do one more swipe. So all these shades are definitely buildable with the brush. Was I even in frame for that? I just looked up and my arm looked like it wasn't in the frame. So that is the gray called Dagger. And then one more shade. I seriously need one of those color switch things because I'm over here like trying to wipe the brush off on a paper towel. Oh, my fingers are kind of stained. So this last one is Skull, and it's a white. She had a white in her palette that just, the palette she did with Too Faced, the Better Together palette, and this looks like it's the same white. Definitely buildable. White shadows are another one that are kind of hard to get decent color payoff, so let's try it with the brush. Definitely applies better with the brush, but it is definitely one you have to build up. So this is 3 swipes of color with the brush. But it's nice and soft, definitely not, what do you call it, patchy or anything. So that is the gray and the white. So all in all, I think for being like a pastel-y, all matte palette, it's definitely good. I have shadow all over everything now. Hold on. I've been trying to clean. I've used the same brush for all these swatches, and I like got 5 different pieces of paper towel over here trying to clean everything off. Okay, so final thoughts on my first impression here. Obviously, I just got into it. I haven't used it on my eyes yet, but I really like the colors. It's not going to be something that's like a daily color palette for a lot of people, but definitely I can see myself using this from day to day and grabbing from other palettes, because I mean, that's the one downside, is there's no like tan kind of crease color or taupe in here. But for what it is, the Pastel Goth palette, it definitely lives up to the name. So I like the colors. It's not like, oh, now I'm yawning. It's not one of those palettes that's like, oh my god, you have to get this, because it's not super duper exciting, but it's a pretty one to have, and I already have all Kat's palettes, so I was going to get it anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed my little swatch video. I am going to try to remember to do brush swatches and finger swatches from now on. I don't know why I never did that before, but I see more and more people doing it, so I will try to do it like this from now on. But this was the Pastel Goth first impressions. I will probably do a get ready with me using this palette. I've been trying to do that for the newer palettes that I've been getting lately, but that's it for now, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.